Victor rolling to the bucket. Oh, authority over Sengun. Count the basket and the foul.
Victor Wembanyama was already called the most unfair matchup in basketball. But now, he's training with the one legend who mastered footwork, defense, and dominance in the paint, Hakeem Olajuwon.
And a steal by Strickland, a lazy pass. Olajuwon blocks it away.
If you thought Wemby was a problem last year, wait until you see what's coming. Victor Wembanyama, 21 years old, 7'4".
San Antonio Spurs select Victor Wembanyama.
Already the most intimidating defender in the NBA, was on track to win Defensive Player of the Year before a blood clot in his shoulder abruptly ended his season. He played 71 games in his rookie year, and while last season was cut short due to the deep vein thrombosis, he's now fully recovered and expected to be ready for next season without any issues. Last season, he was averaging a league-best 3.8 blocks per game and led the NBA in defensive rating, showing just how dominant he's becoming.
Watch out, Gilliard from behind. Beat up. Count it!
Now, in the offseason, he's back in the lab, and the guy he's working with is none other than Hakeem Olajuwon. Olajuwon is more than a Hall of Famer. He's a two-time NBA champion, one of the most skilled centers to ever touch the floor, and the inventor of the Dream Shake. At his peak, Hakeem averaged 27 points, 11 rebounds, and around 4 blocks per game, numbers that defined an era. Legends like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Dwight Howard once studied under him. Now it's Wemby's turn. Wembanyama's offseason has been unique. NASA trips, training with Shaolin monks, even meeting Daniel Radcliffe. But the image that stood out above all was the one with Hakeem Olajuwon. That wasn't just a photo op. That was the future of the NBA in one picture. Wemby's rookie year already looked historic. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3.6 blocks per game, while shooting just under 33% from 3. That was only year one. Fast forward to last season, and the leap was undeniable. He earned his first All-Star selection, averaged a league-best 3.8 blocks per game, and was the clear-cut favorite for Defensive Player of the Year before a blood clot ended his season early.
Wemby firing. He hits it.
Now imagine that trajectory, combined with Hakeem Olajuwon's legendary post skills. That's not just improvement, that's evolution. Here's the thing, Wembanyama isn't just working out for show. This offseason, he's adding some serious tools to his already insane game. First, elite footwork. This is Hakeem Olajuwon's bread and butter, and Wemby is learning how to move like a much smaller, faster player despite his size. Next, post moves. We're talking dream shakes, spins, and fakes. Moves that can completely freeze defenders and create scoring opportunities from anywhere in the paint. Then, there's defensive anticipation. Wemby already blocks shots like no one else, but now he's fine-tuning his timing so he can swat shots without committing fouls.
And the finish.
A skill Olajuwon mastered over his entire career. And finally, balance and body control. At 7'4", staying on your feet while pivoting, spinning, or landing from jumps is crucial. Hakeem's guidance here could help Wemby avoid injuries and stay dominant for years to come. Combine all of this with Wemby's unique size, length, and skill set, and you have a player who isn't just dominant on defense. He can create, score, and control games in ways we've never seen from someone his age. In a Spurs system built around skillful guards like De'Aaron Fox, Wemby could redefine what it means to be a modern big man.
Ray Jones, the runner, and Vic.
Picture this, a 7'4" defender who was already the league's block leader and a Defensive Player of the Year favorite, now adding Olajuwon's legendary offensive bag. Last season, the Spurs were 11 points better per 100 possessions when Wemby was on the floor. Add a polished low post game, and San Antonio doesn't just have a star, they have a franchise cornerstone capable of redefining the center position. Of course, there was concern when Wemby's season was cut short due to the blood clot in his shoulder, but he's now completely past that situation. The work he's putting in this offseason with Hakeem focuses on balance, footwork, and efficient movement, not only to elevate his game, but also to stay healthy. If Wemby applies these lessons, he should be ready to hit the court next season at full strength. The Spurs are building around him, adding all-star guard De'Aaron Fox to give Wemby a true pick-and-roll partner. Last year, San Antonio finished with 33 wins, but with Fox's playmaking and Wemby's continued rise, a jump into playoff contention isn't just possible, it's expected. Now, let's put this into perspective. Historically, few players have combined size, length, and skill like Wembanyama. Guys like Shaquille O'Neal dominated physically but couldn't shoot from distance. Hakeem Olajuwon had the moves but wasn't as tall. Rudy Gobert is an elite defender but doesn't create like Wemby. The combination of length, shots blocking, ball handling, and shooting ability is virtually unprecedented in the modern NBA. Looking ahead, the Spurs could transform in the next 3 seasons. With De'Aaron Fox running the floor and Wemby controlling the paint, they have the potential to become one of the league's toughest teams on both ends. Imagine pick and rolls with Fox setting up a 7'4" rim protector who can also step out and hit threes. That versatility forces defenses to stretch in ways we rarely see. Offensively, Wembanyama's game is evolving rapidly. As he incorporates Hakeem's post moves, his mid-range touch, and improved three-point shooting, he could become one of the most difficult matchups in the entire league. Even defenders who think they can cheat off him will have to respect his perimeter shooting, making him a true dual threat. And let's talk about longevity. At just 21 years old, Wemby has years to refine his craft. With proper conditioning, smart training, and Hakeem's guidance, he could play at an elite level for 15 plus years. That's not just speculation, it's what separates the all-time greats from the one-season wonders. Fans are already buzzing. Social media is filled with clips of his blocks, dunks, and even casual workouts. And when you combine that hype with a Spurs team structured to maximize his talents, the league should be paying attention. The next decade could very well belong to Wembanyama if everything continues on this trajectory. So again, think about what we're witnessing. A generational talent not just developing, but actively learning from one of the best to ever play the game. And that process doesn't just happen overnight. Every training session, every workout with Hakeem, every defensive adjustment adds up. By the time the season starts, we might be looking at a completely new level of dominance. A player who doesn't just participate in games, but dictates how they unfold. The big question remains, how high can he go? With his current trajectory, the Spurs aren't just building around a star. They're building around a potential all-time great. And if Wembanyama stays healthy, continues to add moves to his arsenal, and applies everything he learns from Hakeem Olajuwon, we may be seeing the start of a new era in the NBA. So what do you think? Could this be the move that transforms Wembanyama from a generational talent into an all-time legend? Could working with Hakeem Olajuwon be what elevates him to an all-time great trajectory? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, and while you're here, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next breakdown.